In the annals of cyber history, few incidents have reverberated as loudly as the SolarWinds hack, a chilling reminder of the vulnerabilities that lurk in our digital infrastructure. Welcome to Binary Narratives, where we explore the real-life stories that shape our understanding of cybersecurity. December 2020 marked a turning point in the world of cybersecurity. The revelation of the SolarWinds hack sent shockwaves across industries and governments. But to understand the gravity of this attack, we must first delve into what SolarWinds is and its role in the digital ecosystem. Founded in 1999, SolarWinds became a cornerstone in IT management, providing essential tools for monitoring and managing IT infrastructure. Its flagship product, Orion, was used by thousands of organizations worldwide, from small businesses to major government agencies. SolarWinds' Orion software suite is critical for network management. It provides comprehensive monitoring and control over IT infrastructure, helping organizations ensure that their systems run smoothly and efficiently. This widespread adoption and integration into critical systems made it a high-value target for attackers. Organizations from healthcare providers to federal agencies relied on SolarWinds for seamless operations, making the software an attractive target for sophisticated cyber adversaries. The world first learned of the breach on December 13, 2020, when cybersecurity firm FireEye announced that its own systems had been compromised by a state-sponsored hacking group. This revelation led to the discovery that the hackers had infiltrated SolarWinds' Orion software. FireEye's alert raised a red flag, prompting a deeper investigation. What they found was alarming: malicious code had been inserted into SolarWinds software updates months earlier, potentially affecting thousands of organizations. FireEye's detection of unusual network activities was the first clue that something was amiss. FireEye's advanced threat detection capabilities allowed them to identify the presence of a sophisticated attacker. Their discovery highlighted the attacker's stealth and precision, as the malicious activity had gone unnoticed for months. So, how did this sophisticated attack unfold? The attackers, identified as APT-29 or Cozy Bear, a group linked to the Russian intelligence service, gained access to SolarWinds' software development environment. The supply chain attack involved multiple stages. Initially, the attackers gained access to SolarWinds' internal systems, possibly through phishing or exploiting vulnerabilities. Once inside, they carefully injected malicious code into the Orion updates. This code created a stealthy backdoor, known as Sunburst, which allowed the attackers to quietly monitor and control the affected systems. Here's a closer look at how this supply chain attack worked. The attackers first infiltrated SolarWinds' network. They likely did this through phishing attacks or exploiting known vulnerabilities in SolarWinds systems. Once inside SolarWinds' network, the attackers inserted a piece of malicious code into the Orion software. This malicious code, known as Sunburst, was designed to be extremely stealthy. The compromised Orion software updates, now containing the Sunburst malware, were distributed to SolarWinds customers. Because these updates came from a trusted source, they were installed by thousands of organizations worldwide. After installation, the Sunburst malware created a backdoor into the affected systems. This backdoor allowed the attackers to remotely access and control these systems without being detected. With the backdoor in place, the attackers could move laterally across networks, escalate privileges, and exfiltrate sensitive data. This phase of the attack was conducted with extreme stealth, making detection difficult. The scope of the SolarWinds hack was staggering. Among the affected were major U.S. government agencies, including the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, Treasury, and Commerce, as well as numerous Fortune 500 companies. The breach was unprecedented in both scale and sophistication. The attackers had access to sensitive data and systems for months before the intrusion was discovered. The consequences were far-reaching. Government operations were disrupted, sensitive information was potentially exposed, and private sector companies faced significant risks to their intellectual property and customer data. The breach underscored the interconnectedness of modern IT systems and the cascading effects of a single point of failure. In the wake of the attack, a massive investigation was launched. Government agencies, cybersecurity firms, and private companies collaborated to uncover the extent of the breach and identify the perpetrators. Forensic investigators used advanced techniques to trace the attack back to its origins. They found that the malware had been distributed through SolarWinds updates as early as March 2020. Investigators analyzed network logs, malware signatures, and other digital footprints left by the attackers. This meticulous process involved reverse engineering the malware and tracking its communication patterns to identify the command and control servers used by the attackers. By April 2021, the U.S. government formally attributed the attack to the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR. This attribution was based on a combination of technical evidence and intelligence analysis. The response to the SolarWinds hack was swift and multifaceted. Governments and organizations around the world began reassessing their cybersecurity protocols. In the U.S., new policies and initiatives were introduced to strengthen the nation's cyber defenses. The U.S. government imposed sanctions on Russia, expelled diplomats, and issued executive orders to bolster national cybersecurity. Private companies, meanwhile, began implementing more rigorous supply chain security measures and enhancing their threat detection capabilities. The SolarWinds hack highlighted several critical lessons for cybersecurity. Organizations must ensure that their vendors and partners adhere to stringent security standards. This includes regular security audits and comprehensive vetting processes for all third-party software and services. Improved monitoring and detection systems are essential for identifying and mitigating threats early. Advanced threat detection tools and continuous monitoring can help organizations spot anomalies and respond to incidents more quickly. Public-private partnerships and international cooperation are crucial in addressing global cyber threats. Sharing threat intelligence and collaborating on cybersecurity initiatives can help create a more unified and effective defense against sophisticated attacks. This incident has fundamentally changed how we think about cybersecurity. It's not just about protecting individual systems but about securing the entire ecosystem. The attack also highlighted the need for better communication and information sharing between the public and private sectors. In response to the breach, many organizations have adopted zero-trust architectures, increased investment in threat intelligence, and improved their incident response strategies. These changes aim to create a more resilient cybersecurity posture capable of withstanding sophisticated attacks. The SolarWinds hack was a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that persist in our interconnected world. As we continue to navigate the digital age, the lessons learned from this incident will guide us in building stronger, more resilient defenses. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe in the ever-changing landscape of cyberspace. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Binary Narratives. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more in-depth explorations of the stories that shape our digital future.